careful.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys, we are pulling out from the house. And that's what sucks about this job. So, on my way to get this trailer inspected, and then I gotta go pick up subscriber load number 2. He's got an air compressor picking up from Albany going to Wisconsin. We went to go get the tag for the trailer. We didn't get a bill of sale when we picked the trailer up. So when we went to go get the tag, she asked what we paid for it, and I told her $8,800. And basically, since on the title it's got a business name, the guy's hotshot business name, they said, did he collect tax from you? I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't understand. They're like, well, because it's a business, he was supposed to collect tax from you. Basically said, if I can't prove that he paid tax, or that I paid tax to him, now we have to pay $700 in tax on the trailer. Now I paid $8,800 on this trailer, which I overpaid on this trailer only because I was in a hurry. So I text the guys like, hey man, I need a bill of sale for this and I need you to show that I paid you tax. And now the guy's like, oh, I'm gonna have to talk to my tax guy and see what I should do about this. So I'm about to get fucked on this trailer and have to pay tax after paying $8,800 on a used trailer. So, but they gave me a temporary tag, a 30-day tag. But now I gotta go get this trailer inspected. And what sucks about that is where I get my trailer inspected, when that DOT guy was here, he had us make him a copy of the inspection sheet. And he said he was going to go up there and rip them apart because they filled it out wrong, or they did something wrong. So I'm hoping they don't recognize me. They probably will. They probably don't get many silver F-250 hotshots up there. And I hope they don't hate me for it. So I don't know. But that's what we're doing. We're going to go do that. We're going to get the inspection. Then we're going to go pick up this air compressor. Then I got to run to Alabama to Southern Trailer LLC. He made me up a 16,000 pound tag. Stick that thing on the trailer, and then we're going to start looking for a load going north to Wisconsin. So that's the deal. That's what we're doing. My ELD isn't plugged in. I got to plug in my ELD. Fucked up. It should sync up though. When I'm home on PC mode, I just unplug it because I always forget to put it in PC mode. So that's plugged in now. So that should sync up now. I don't know. We'll see. But that's what's up, guys. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, I just went to the place that I usually get my annual inspections at. So what had happened was, after DOT told me I couldn't use this trailer anymore, what my plan was I was just gonna go get it annually inspected. And then if I got pulled over and they questioned the frame, I could be like, well, everything's good because, see, I have an inspection done after they shut it down. And that was my hopes that they would let me go about my business. Well, when the DOT guy found out that I did that, I guess he went up to the place that does the annual inspections and got on their ass, telling them that if they ever inspect my trailer again and pass it, that he's gonna shut them down. So as soon as I pulled up with my new trailer, guess who got cussed out? So they're refusing to inspect my stuff anymore. So now I'm running around trying to find somewhere that'll inspect it for me so that I can go pick up this first load. I found another load picking up in Macon tomorrow morning, going up to Madison, Wisconsin. It's about 100 miles away from this first load. So that's the plan there. I'm just driving around now trying to find somebody who can inspect this so that I'm legal to drive. So that's the update for now. Let me keep on looking here, see if I can find something, and we'll get back to you. All right, guys, we just arrived in Albany, Georgia for pickup. It looks like this is a military auction site. I thought I was picking up at a military base, but I guess not. So we're picking up that air compressor he's grabbing right now. My other trailer had the GoPro little attachment. I'm gonna have to add another one for that so you guys can start seeing the loads again. Actually, I might be able to just stick the GoPro up there. Let me see if I can do that. All right, so there is the load going to somewhere in Wisconsin. I can't remember. Hoping I could see the actual weight on this tag. Mike, the customer, did some research on it. It's supposed to be like 3,000 pounds. What I'll probably do is we'll load this thing up. Well, it is loaded up. We'll load the next one up, and then we'll go to the scale and see what we have left. The next one's only supposed to be 1,400 pounds, 6 feet. Mike said these tires might be flat, so what I may try to do, oh, they're pretty busted, ain't they? I don't know if they'll hold air. I could probably push this thing around if I had to. I'm not sure, but we did the 1 chain 4 binders, and then this door could flop open, so I just took bungees and went around these hooks so that these doors couldn't fly open. I should probably get up and look on top of this, make sure there ain't nothing. Yeah, that's good. Well, there's a door on the front. Let me make sure this door on the front can't open. Ooh, see? Good thing I looked there. I'll probably put something around this so that can't open. Maybe another bungee and we'll pull it down to the chain or something. That's it, fellas. Nothing too crazy, nothing too... There's some damage over here too. Let me get this so Mike knows I didn't do it. Look at that. That bracket's been up, pushing on the tire. I guess that's the brake. And it's been up, so looks like it pushes against the tire to slow it down. All right, let me throw a bungee on the front of that, and then we're gonna go to Macon. I can't pick that one up till the morning. All right, guys, we have stopped for the night. We are off of I-16 in Macon. Checking the temperatures of these hubs since I converted them over to grease. I want to make sure they're not too tight. Those two felt good. But we are jumped on Trucker Path app. Ooh, that one's a little warm. It's not so warm that it's in danger or anything. It's just definitely warmer than the rest. Anyways, we jumped on the Trucker Path app. We found a place. I read the reviews. It says there's a lot of drop trailers, and there is. I'll show you guys here. But there's a huddle house and all here. I'm not sure how many trucks it holds, but there's a big giant billboard on the other side of these trucks over here. and it says no parking and no dropping trailers. And you can see, I mean, I don't know if you have to pay extra to drop your trailer here, if they're okay with that, but we're about 8 minutes from our pickup in the morning. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I found another load picking up here in Macon, going 100 miles from this drop. It's 1,400 pounds, 6 feet. I got 75 cents a mile for it, which I tried to get $1. It's going like 960. It's going like 960 miles. Told him I'd do it for $1 a mile. He's like, well, what would that be? I was like, well, it looks like it's, truck stop says it's about 960 miles. So 960 bucks. He's like, how close can you get to 500? I said, how about 800? He's like, I'll do 750. All right. And I've never pulled for these people before, but I've seen them on the board before. So, but that's where we're at. I almost considered going home for the night. I'm about 2 hours from the house, but then that would put me 2 hours away from here. And I have to go to Alabama, to Southern Trailers. So that's the deal. We're here for the night. I'm gonna do some cooking. Pretty broke from all this trailer crap and me being off for so long again. It is what it is. Karma will come back and get you. Whoever called in on me, karma will get you, buddy. You know. The thing is, whoever it was didn't call DOT because they were genuinely afraid for people's safety. They called in because I punked him out in the comment section, and he knew better. He's probably sitting in his mom's basement feeding his mom's cat. So let me stop rambling, jump off of here, and see you guys in a bit. I've got some burgers and pork chops and stuff that I can cook up, but those are frozen solid, so those will last me a little bit longer. These hot dogs are just kind of cold, so I figured I'd eat these first, and then the other meat will last longer since it's frozen. Is this entertaining you? Is this entertainment? Is this what you want to see? Oh, yeah. All right, guys, it is 7:30 in the morning. We woke up at about 7, did our pre-trip, and then drove over. This is we've been to this place a few times before. This is where you pull into the building, and then they load you up inside the building, and you have to go around the back. I was working for that other company when I was complaining about this. But this place right here was one of the main reasons that I did the lift on the big techs. Now, I was hoping this trailer would be a little bit different, but I've definitely been dragging this thing everywhere. As you can see, there's a ramp over here, and when you go to pull up inside the building, the back of your trailer just drags all the way up this ramp. So this is what caused me to do, this is one of the main reasons what caused me to do the lift on the big techs, other than dragging it everywhere else. But we're here. I have to go check into the office, and then they'll pull me in, and we'll get loaded, and we'll have to tarp this thing around back. All right, guys, we moved this back while we were waiting because we're second in line behind that guy. So my plan is to put what we're picking up. It's supposed to be 6 feet long all the way to the front, and then I'm going to measure what's between these 2 points, and then we'll know how long we have, and then I'll run up to the scale house and we'll weigh. We know how much more we can scale. So we're going to wait on that guy to pull in next, and then we'll pull up there, get loaded up, and we'll see you there. All right, guys, we are loaded down, tarp down. This is one of those loads again where you can't hook any hooks because the load's so short. So I just strapped over the tarps, and then I've got one on the front and the back just to keep the tarp from flapping around. And then I just hooked whatever hooks I could hook. So we're gonna go get this thing weighed. I think I figured up 16 feet. I'll have to re-walk it off, and then we'll know what we can grab after we go to Alabama. All right, guys, we are at Southern Trailers LLC. This is in Trinity, Alabama, which is about 10 minutes down the road from Decatur, Alabama, which I don't know if you guys remembered. Me and Lita made a video of us. We did our 34 down in Decatur. It was the one with the Krispy Kreme donuts, where we showed the Krispy Kreme donuts being made, and we actually had a is it over here? All right, sorry about that. So yeah, this is the place that we did, I think it was our first live. I think it was in Decatur that we did our first live. But yeah, we're here to get the new plate made for the trailer, since it's only set for 12,000 pounds right now. We're gonna set it to 16,000, and we'll be good to go. I've also jumped on the board, and I picked up another partial. It's gonna be a little bitty, it's a little tractor with a little backhoe and a bucket. It's supposed to be 1,400 pounds. I don't know how it's going to be 1,400 pounds, but we got like 90 cents a mile for that going up. It's about 100 miles from one of the drops there too. So it's going to be like a little triangle that we have to do all these drops at. And we'll be in Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin, if I remember right, we did pretty decent when we were up there last time we were up there. But I don't know if you guys can see, it's snowing. Yeah, you guys should be able to see that against the truck. I'm freezing my butt off. He forgot to get the plate made, so he's making the plate right now. I'm just gonna wait in the truck and wait on him. $6:30, fellas. Oak Grove, Kentucky. We are at a pilot. This puts us about 30 minutes from our next pickup. So right now we have subscriber number 2, air compressor. We have the load we picked up in Macon, and I jumped on the board and I found it's a tractor that the guy says is 1,400 pounds. I think it's basically like a lawnmower that has a bucket with a backhoe on the back. I don't know. He sent me the model number, but honestly, I've been driving. I didn't want to get distracted, and oh crap, my dang George Foreman came unplugged. I've been standing here waiting on it to get it warm, and it unplugged. I'm out here about to cook up some burgers. Yeah, but anyways, he gave us the model number. I didn't want to get distracted driving. So I'm gonna cook up some burgers and I'm gonna grab a shower, and I'll probably do a little bit of research on it. Now, I had the truck weighed. I can still do about 4,800 pounds on the trailer, and we have 16 feet. So if it is a little bit more than what he says, no big deal. But if it's a lot more, we're going back to the broker, and we're gonna say we need more money. This ain't gonna work. So that's what we're doing. Cook up these burgers. Not much to say, pretty uneventful day. Oh, we drove through some snow down after we left Decatur, Alabama. We went through some snowstorm. I tried to get some footage of it. Can't really tell on the camera. Kind of sucks. It's just kind of weird to see snow that far south, especially right now this time of year. It's just not normal. Global warming, I guess, right? So this is where we're at. This is where we'll be. I can smell this thing's warming up now. So let me get to cooking. All right, guys, we cooked up a few burgers, got our shower, bought a few lottery tickets because you can only have bad luck for so long, right? Something's got to kick in at one point. Man, that dude has a massive TV in his truck. Living the life. Yeah, so it's probably 8 or 9 o'clock. It's super loud over here now, so I'm gonna make this short. Just gonna go to bed, and we'll see you guys when we pick that tractor up in the morning. All right, guys, it is 7:30 in the morning. We just arrived for partial number 3. I'm not even sure if they're open yet, but I gotta run up here and see if they are, see if they'll let me go ahead and grab it now. And I'll show you guys what we got.
Roll up my window, don't know where I'm bound. Driving by the river, there's a hole in the ground. Hand-me-down t-shirt sticking on my back. Heading for a fall. Had to get up to crawl. I ain't got no time to stall. On my way to nowhere.
bushels on the trailer. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, guys. You know, I'm gonna say it. I don't think this one was worth it. So this one pays $500 for 589 miles. Which shouldn't be too bad. It was right along the way, and it's within 100 miles. All of these are within 100 miles of each other dropping. But they couldn't get the tractor started, and the tires were flat. I don't know what time it is now. It's probably like 10 o'clock. The guy said this would take up 12 feet and it would be 1,400 pounds. I was like, are you sure? He's like, yep, 1,400 pounds. But after doing some Googling, it's more like 2,800 pounds. Now I had 4,800 pounds I could have put on the deck, so it's not putting me overweight. The fact is, like, this piece right here wasn't mentioned. This isn't part of that bucket. This is a whole different piece. So we've got 2 straps on that, and then I've got 2 binders in the front. I've only got 6 binders. I've got 4 binders on that, so I stuck 2 binders on here, and I stuck 2 tire straps on that, and then I've got a strap on the back bucket, and those 2 should count for the front bucket. All I did here was this is some extra strap that was on this. I just cut off because I'm never going to use that for anything real, and I just stuck it up in there to protect that strap. And then I just got these in here. Everybody's screaming for me to use gloves. I've had gloves on the truck, but it's hard to do a lot of this smaller stuff, trying to grab onto stuff with a glove on. That's where that strap goes, back here. I try to use them when I can, but I was just putting up, I put a strap on top of my toolbox that holds those straps up there. Oh, I didn't put in the cable binder. That's okay, I'll just stick this in this other toolbox. I didn't like this toolbox right here at first, but I think it's growing on me a little. I think I got a little bit more room in this toolbox than I did in my Big Tex one. I just don't agree with the, it just looks like a homeowner built it. Let's see, I gotta put those rubber things up. Man, all this stuff was supposed to go in that toolbox up there before I strap my straps down, or my tarps. So, now I gotta stick them all around until I get back in there. What was I talking about? Oh, they had to get this tractor started. They had to air up the tires. It weighs more than what he said it did. And I don't know. I just don't like messing with the little $500 loads, because sometimes it can take forever to load and unload. I mean, it sounds, oh, 500 bucks for 200 miles. Man, that's good money. Well, it is good money if you can get it on and off quick. But I've been at shippers and receivers that takes 3 hours to load and unload. So now you've got that mileage plus an entire day worth of sitting around. I mean, you're not putting miles on the truck, but at the same time, at the end of the week, you have to make so much money at the end of the week in order to pay your bills. Insurance is outrageous, which I don't know if I've mentioned this. I've been bitching at my insurance company for months now. Please get me a quote to add cars. I want to be able to throw a couple cars on when I get in a dead area. Blah, blah, blah. Wouldn't do it. Just dragging their feet. Okay, I'll get back to you. Never get back to me. And I'll tell you what, let me finish this story after I go in here and grab this paperwork. Grab my wheel chock. Somebody suggested me to try to put it in front of this tire. I almost forgot it because I'm used to looking behind my trailer here. All right, let me go grab this paperwork.
All right, so what I was saying about the insurance companies, I've been hounding them to get me a car quote forever, and the guy that I deal with just kept saying, oh, it's going to be too expensive, and I'm like, dude, that's not up to you to tell me if it's too expensive. So give me a quote. Anyways, he drug his feet for like 3 or 4 months, you know. Finally, I was talking to, can't remember if I was talking from my, because we use OTR for our factoring and we use Marquee for our insurance. They're in the same building. So it's kind of like a partnership thing. I was talking to one, telling him I was going to leave the other, and they both basically freaked out. I started getting phone calls from like managers high up saying, you know, oh, we're sorry about all this, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, my insurance went from $1,500 a month. They finally got me a quote for cars. It was going to be $1,100 a month, which is $400 a month cheaper than what I was paying to not even haul cars. Plus, they had me through a company called Lloyd's of London. And what we were running into was a lot of brokers weren't using this company, Lloyd's of London, because they're in a lawsuit with a lot of different brokers for not paying on damaged goods. So there was a lot of times, I think like Avengers Logistics was one of them. Avengers Logistics is one of them, I think. There was a few of them that they're like, yeah, sorry, we can't use you because of your insurance. So now Marquee's gone through Progressive. Now it's $900 a month. Now it was $1,100 for cars. It was $900 without cars. I've got in with some pretty good brokers now. So I don't even think, I'm hoping I don't have to pull cars. That's the plan. I don't want to have to pull cars. Leave the cars to the car guys. You know, it's bad enough they got to fight each other. They don't need flatbedders who are killing the flatbed industry, also killing the car industry. I don't know. That's the way I look at it. I mean, it would be nice to be able to pull a few cars out of a place that's hard to get out of. But in order to get on with the car board central dispatch, you have to have cars listed on your insurance. You can pull cars off of the other truck stop, like truckstop.com, but because they don't really look for cars on your insurance. But in order to get on the actual car board central dispatch, they look to see if you have cars listed on your insurance. So basically that's the deal with that. And yeah, that's the story. I went from $1,500 to $900. So that's my house payment. My house payment is $600 a month. So they just saved me my house payment. So one of the things that Progressive does now is you can give them access to your ELD. I know if you have Keep Trucking, that's what I use for my ELD is Keep Trucking. If you have Keep Trucking as your ELD, you can give them access to, and what they do is they can monitor and make sure that you're not getting a whole bunch of violations, which would cause your insurance to go up. So if you plan on running illegal or whatever, getting a bunch of violations with your ELD, probably not a good thing to give them access to it. But I'm pretty by the book, you know. I don't, knock on wood, you know, I don't get violations on my log. So, well, we've got well, I can't even say, I think we've got like 9 hours to get to our first drop. I'm going to drop in Madison, and I haven't decided. There's one over by Green Bay, and then there's one up by I can't even remember where that is. But I've already jumped on the load board. Guys, I'm telling you, I get super freaking lucky. I don't know how I do it. My buddy John pisses him off because his company can't keep him running. I talk to other people. They can't seem to keep running. But for some reason, I guess because I sold my soul to the devil because I'm a ginger, I didn't have a soul anyways.
I get lucky, man. I get really lucky with loads. So we're going back to Georgia for $2 a mile. Two different loads. They both pay $1 a mile. One's dropping in Kennesaw, Georgia. One drops in Savannah, Georgia. They both pay $1 a mile. I'm hoping I can pick those up. I can get Kennesaw dropped Friday. I could go home for the weekend, go drop Savannah Monday. So that's the plan. We'll see what happens. Let me put in some miles today, get this thing done, and we'll talk to you guys later. All right, guys. I'm so disappointed in myself. When I left the house this time out, I told myself I was going to cook all my own meals. But then you get to working all morning or all night, and then you drive by a barbecue place. What am I supposed to do when I drive by a barbecue place and you're hungry, right? And you got to take your 30. Damn it. I don't know where I am. I was just driving along. What's this say? Uncle Joe's. I was driving along. I was like, dang it, I'm hungry. I haven't had breakfast. I did all that moving around and loaded that tractor up this morning. And usually I have donuts on the truck. I don't have donuts. Some cute chick over there pumping her gas. So I didn't have anything for breakfast. Man, I completely forgot what I was talking about. But yeah. So I stopped here at Love's to get McDonald's. I know I hate McDonald's, but it's addicting, man. It's like crack. I don't know what it is about McDonald's, man. I know it's bad. I know I hate myself after eating it all the time. But then right across the street from Love's was that barbecue place. I was like, man, I gotta get me some barbecue. So sit down and eat this. We've got what do I have left? Like 7 hours, 6 or 7 hours? I don't even know. I haven't decided which one I'm gonna go to first, because I've got 2 pickups, 3 drop-offs in Wisconsin. So what I need to do is I need to figure out what's gonna work best, what's gonna be the fastest. You know, do I drop this off and then go pick this up and then go drop this off? And you know, I don't know. Anyways, I'm disappointed in myself. Man, there is dog crap everywhere. Everywhere. All right, let's eat some barbecue. We got the pulled pork sandwich, some French fries. Looks like Rocket Ship just put out a new video.